Turkey could be on the brink of dictatorship. The Economist, January 2023. Erdogan must go. The Economist, May 2023. 5 more years. The Economist, May 2023. Good morning, I hate France. So here I am playing 5 easy on Vertigo against MeDDi, who's playing as 5th Panzer. And yeah, we'll go through the deployments. Deck codes are in the description, and then we'll watch the game. So on the left here, got one eclair going over to here, chocolate eclair going to there, one CV capping both zones, chasseurs here, and then 2 P4 Milans, and a group anti-charper here. So I intend to hold here and attack in the town. Moving over to the right, I've got 2 Roland 3s. They're going to here and here. The Roland 3 range is quite substantial. If I can show you, you see, it basically covers the entire playable area of the map. It is what it is. And yeah, up front, 1 AMX-10 Blindée, and that's going to here so that I can shoot people coming down this road. Over on the right, we've got 1 Dragon Paras going to here. 2 chocolate eclairs, 1 going to the same place as the Dragon Paras, and 1 going over to here. Behind them, we've got a Minstrel going to here. An AMX-30 B2 Brennus going to here. An AMX-30 EBG, that's the siege tank. We already spoke about the Roland, 1 CV to cap both zones, and an Escort APC. So that about does it for my deployment. Moving to that of my adversary, MeDDi skill issue has decided to pick 5th Panzer, which is not as broken as 5e. In fact, it's not even broken. It's a well-designed, well-balanced division. 5e is not like that. And so yeah, he's got 1 Jaeger Aufklärer going to here. 1 Lux going all the way around on the left. MeDDi really likes his flanking, sneaky plays. I never do anything like that. And then, yeah, a bunch of other units. Okay, let's do it properly. So, let's have a look at the infantry first. Okay, might as well select them all. So, Roland 2 is going to here, and there's a supply behind it, it seems. Yeah, supply, strangely enough, has been passed down this road. Then he's got a Milan 2 going to here. Oh, it wasn't that one. It was this one. So now I don't know where the other Milan 2 is going, but I'm sure it's not important. Then he's got 4 Fliegerfaust going to somewhere in this general area. And then, yeah, some Sicherungs, some Pioneers, so Satchel Infantry, and then a couple Panzer Grenadier M113. So you don't usually see these guys. And they're not coming in an M113, they're coming in a Unimog. So these are just a 9-man squad for 40 points, whereas Jaeger 11 then for 45. So I think Jaeger are better, really, but to each his own. And he's backing that up with a Beaupart, which hasn't been pathed, it's not been given an order. And 1 CV is going to take both zones. On the right, he's got 1 CV for both zones. And then a Milan 2 going to here, hopefully. Nope, it was going to there. And then Fliegerfaust, which presumably 1's going to here, 1's going to here. Oh, I was right on that one. And a Leopard 1A, 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 1, with 2 Marder 1A2s behind it and a Sicherungs, and they're just going to the middle of the field. So that about does it for the deployment. I will, of course, be casting from my perspective. Because if you cast from the middle, you're an idiot. Just wanted to say that real quick. And now let's get on with the game. Right, so everybody's going to where we said they were going to go. And the Beaupart's still not been pathed, so that's still here. And this Sicherungs has not been pathed either. It's a mistake, it happens. People make mistakes. I mean, his first mistake was picking 5th Panzer instead of 5 easy. And yeah, we'll just wait for people to get to their positions. Let me know if you want me to skip this, like, you know, on this map. Would you rather that I just did a cut and it just starts when they start blowing each other up? Is that something you'd prefer? Or do you prefer waiting 20 seconds? Do you skip this part of the video? You should let me know. you're entitled to your opinion, even if I think it's wrong. And I will tell you. So yeah, healthy debate's what it's all about. So yeah, the Dragon Paras get here first because he neglected to send any airborne forward deployment to try and contest this, which was very strange actually. 5th Panzer gets the Fern Speyer, and that's the Dragon Paras, except they get a machine gun as well. And they get the same deployment. So he could have taken this building with his own snipey infantry, but instead I can just see him. I can see all his stuff. So that is a strange decision. Over here, the Lux gets a bit further than I would have thought. Its first volley misses, and then its second one hits and just immediately domes the vehicle. But yeah, I had time to react there, and I didn't. Yeah, so I'm +2, but not for long. This CV's when it wakes up is going to get over here, and I know about this Lux because obviously I just saw my guy explode, and I did try and unload, but it wasn't fast enough. This is a really good spot for a Milan 2. This is also a really good spot for a Milan 2 because it actually cuts this zone. Do you see? So when it's there, you can actually shoot things out here. And that messes up the enemy when he's trying to get over here. Like, he passes and the Milan just blows him up. So 2 Fliegerfaust in here now. So I send over the Brennus, and the Brennus has an autocannon, and it also has 30 in front armor. So it's sort of like a Lux, except better. This is a common theme. And yeah, that Bow Hot 2, which costs more than the French one, despite being slower. Although it does get 2 extra missiles. Died to the Roland 3. Great thing with the Roland 3 is that the French one is cheaper than the German one. It is what it is. Hopefully they'll fix that in a future patch. But yeah, these Chocolate Eclairs are no match for these Pioneers especially. Small arms don't really do a whole lot of damage, but the Pioneer with the Satchel will definitely mess him up. That 2 HE. So here we go. Trying to get some shots off on the Panzer Grenadier. Sadly don't get a single hit. Or a single man killed. Send forth the EBG. We know that 5th Panzer has bad AT on infantry. It does not get the Panzerfaust 3. Sadly, this Brennus just sort of runs into that Milan and he still can't really see him. So I just get the smoke off in time. Send over a recon helicopter, but these Fliegerfaust, man. What can you do about it? So I'm trying to get him out. And, oh, yeah, Fliegerfaust moment. They are only 20 points, keep that in mind. They are very good for 20 points. And yeah, you see the power of this Milan too. And yeah, we're just trying to use the stuff to kill the peoples. Sadly we lose the EBG due to negligence. This guy really needs to get out of here. He's just, sooner or later that's going to hit. MeDDi invests in 3 mortars and an F4 Phantom. And he's attacking over here, but I've got my defensive setup. This AMX boldly survives the Milan 2 by just sitting there and not doing anything. And this F4F's obviously going to get eaten alive now by the Rolands, but he does get my recon guy, which is a shame. And yeah, big push on the left here for MeDDi. Some small engage, like the Brennus is still shooting, but these Fliegerfaust are still living. This guy needs recon with him, really. And yeah, over here the P4 Milans are now slowing down the attack, right? Because they can one-shot a Leopard 1A, 1A1. I think that was side armor. Although 7 armor, I believe this can one-shot them anyway. I might be wrong. I believe that Milan 2 can one-shot these on the front armor too. So I send this forwards with its very good optics, but yeah, I don't actually see this. And he's now moving it to the building where it will receive a stealth bonus. So bring us a Gazelle Hot 2 over here for 55 points. I believe the German one is... oh, there it is. 65, but 2 extra missiles, but slower. You can make your own mind up about that. And yeah, you know, these Milans and Hots and stuff, you know, they mess you up. They mess you up. Sadly, the Brennus goes down, but basically everybody here is dead. Over on this side, the mortars are opening up on the Dragon Paras. And yeah, this push just sort of got deleted, right? Because he realised well, if I go up here, the French OP rocket launchers will kill all my guys. So I gotta go round, and then by going round, he's just exposed himself to a helicopter here with Hot 2s that's just blowing everything up, and these two P4 Milans. So, cool attack happening on this side now. These Dragon Paras should really just move, I don't know. There's a geriatric reaction times there, and my AMX was forced to smoke him back because of this Milan 2, which I can't actually see. But this is a waste of an AMX, really. I should have sent it over here or down here and up here to shoot here, but instead it's just sat there not doing anything. It needs its smoke back, really. I lost that recon helicopter in the end. I believe the Vertigo fast killed it. And I had a Hot 2, and it either died or it's this one here. So yeah, then I buy two AMX-30 B2s, because they're OP. In real life they had similar armor to a Leopard one. But in this game they get more, so this is 11 and this is 7. That's just a skill issue. If Germans want better stats, they should make their own game. So yeah, this Brennus is obviously being wasted here, so that was a bit dumb. A bit dumb from me. But you can afford to make mistakes when you play in this division. It's just kind of brain dead, you don't really have to think that much. So yeah, I'll just get somebody over there. I probably wasn't even looking. Probably didn't even notice. But yeah, he's still mortaring me. So I buy a Paladin ripoff. This is the French version of the Paladin. It's a little bit better. Obviously. And yeah. Minstrel gets that helicopter, so that's cool. Sadly still sending it forward. It's not particularly intelligent. So Leopards are going to get some hits off on it now. Thankfully he doesn't die. And we see Leopard 2A3 brought out from MeDDi. And the score is even. Sadly this AMX-30 was left in the open and got blown up by MeDDi's thingy-mabob, so I realised, oh, I actually don't have any AA here, apart from the Roland. And the risk of using one of these against one of these is sometimes you miss and he doesn't, and you just lose your unit. That's why manpads are so much better in this case. So yeah, I'm getting pushed out the town here by MeDDi. He's playing really well, and I start hitting his artillery. But it's not corrected shot, and there's only one artillery piece, so sadly, you know, it just starts missing and stuff. So yeah, I don't actually kill these. And yeah, he's got 4 mortars. He is using them to some extent. I mean, you know, they do damage. I mean, the dispersion goes down the closer you get them, so I'm surprised he doesn't just move them up. Like this one especially could definitely be in this forest, because he knows it's empty here. He knows it's empty here, so he could put one here. And yeah, they've not got their transports, right, so they should be counter-batteryable. Now he's doing this sort of general advance, and everybody's dying. But this guy's getting stunned up, and those mortars are contributing somewhat. But yeah, the AMX-10P is pretty cool. Sadly, not very good against the Leopard 1A5. And I bring the Gazelle Hot 2 over here to just finish that off. I'm now shooting at the Milan, but once again, it seems I've missed a little bit. I've clicked on the centre of the building, but all the shots are going to the right. That's a bit weird, actually. I wonder if that's just luck. Yeah, it must be, because that one went to the left a bit. What can you do? And yeah, he's sending some guys around here, and I actually saw this because of the eclairs. I can actually see that, as you can see. I didn't know what was in them, but I knew there was loaded Iltises there. And yeah, you see the effect of the mortars. He's getting me on low cohesion. He's lowering my cohesion. And now I'm stunned at the crucial moment when I need to be shooting. I'm stunned, so the mortars are doing something. And yeah, I lost that AMX-30B2 over there as well. Gazelle Hot 2 can't really get a good sight angle here. Needs to go over here. This guy's got his smoke back now, so I send him forwards again. But I can't see this. And it turns out the artillery actually did nothing. It didn't even suppress it. And this guy's about to die to mortars. It's pretty crazy. But, you know, this is a big investment. That's 180 points. 45. Oh, got hit by those mortars. 45 times 4 is 180. Quick maths. And, yeah, once there's a Leopard 2 in this blob, it becomes a bit scarier, but I think we're going to be okay, particularly given that he's not bothered to move his AA up because he's got Fliegerfaust here. Fliegerfaust here, Fliegerfaust here, Fliegerfaust here. That's cool, but there needs to be one here, really. Because otherwise this is going to happen. So, yeah, it's just shooting what it can. The artillery's coming in again, but I think it's going to miss again. Like, I get him down onto 1 HP, but it doesn't actually kill him. So I need a second RE piece, really. But yeah, 260. Like, I need some recon so I can get corrected shot. I don't actually have corrected shot on these guys. Well, I can now see him, but it still wouldn't be corrected shot. The thing is, then you got this Milan problem. So smoke. And I got one Leopard 1A, 1A, 1A1 on my way out. And now the Hot 2s are going to start hitting the other guys. Sadly, this guy leaves the smoke and dies. But the P4 Milan kills the Leopard 2. The F4F kills my tow helicopter, but the Rolands kill the F4F. So that was an amazing trade for me there. Sadly, I did lose the Blindée, but I killed a Leopard 2A3. And that's like more than twice the price. I got all his tanks. So yeah, the P4 Milan's pretty good because of the good stealth, same as an infantry squad. Dies faster than an infantry squad, counterproductively, but yeah, they're pretty good. Sadly, I only carry 4 missiles, but for the price, I think they're pretty good. So I knew he had some guys here, so I just assumed that he would be sending them over to here in a standard MeDDi-like play. So I figured, okay, I'll have to deposit some guys here and move them through. And I've got a recon for this side, and I've got a recon for this side, because MeDDi likes to play the sides. Sort of his whole thing. Sadly, this Minstrel is now the target of enemy mortar fire. I'm not sure if he's going to make it. And yeah, I'm still trying counter battery, but I'm actually shooting at somewhere where there isn't actually a person, so that's obviously going to miss. This guy, I'm not moving him. Why am I not moving him? And then that Alouette gets hit by the Roland as well. Minstrel's probably going to make it now. Uh-oh. Oh, that went long. And yeah, I'm trying to hit him, but I'm missing. So he's pushed me through here now, so he's actually got around me on the right. I've not got enough infantry here because I'm pushing this side, so now we got to zoom out a bit. So Chasseur's going in over here with 2 AMX-30 B2s behind. Remember, his push got deleted out here, so I was pretty confident in my ability. Particularly when he keeps buying artillery. So the Chasseurs will get the Iltis Führung with their cool 850-meter rocket launcher, and we've now taken this zone. Over on the right, we are losing this zone. So I send the Puma Kangaroo out, because it was landed, right? So I take off. And then 1-2 hits from the Fliegerfaust, which is pretty surprising, actually. And yeah, it goes down. And now I've got this problem where if the other one takes off, he's also going to get hit by all these Fliegerfausts. This P4 Milan, I should have moved it, really. I lose the Logi truck. It was empty, but still didn't have to lose it. Over here, I send this guy out, and whoa! So that almost kills me. Yeah, and then he sends up an Apache, and my Minstrels are too far behind. So I made exactly the same mistake he did. Move these guys up to here now. I've got a Blindée for that as well. A Serb line, sorry. And yeah, I'm losing my position here pretty quickly. This P4 Milan goes down to the Leopard 2. We are on a +2, but we're about to not be. This guy's toast, basically. This guy I just unloaded and forgot about, because, like, what can he even do? Lose the CV, we're back to even Stevens. Start moving these Minstrels up. These guys are pretty low. And I do spot these Zikrongs eventually. And yeah, this Puma Kangaroo, this one manages to get out. So yeah, it didn't get double tapped. And now we got a Leopard 2 advancing here, and the P4 Milan misses his side shot because he's crap. The Minstrel's sadly not going to make it, although, what? Okay. Leopard 2A3 just tanking that for days. And I bring out a Jaguar for the Zikrongs, which was a bit dumb actually. I should have targeted the Leopard. And I've got a seed behind to catch all those seedables, but the Roland 2 is not seed, and the Fliegerfaust are not seed. Roland 2 is way too good for its... Like, I mean, the fact that it's not seed and it shoots 4 kilometers is stupid. I really don't agree with that at all. Obviously it's not as broken as the Chaparral, but what can you do, eh? And then, yeah, he's trying to push further here, but P4 Milan's and AMX. That's all you need. Over on this side, there is a push over here. I've now spotted this man. And so, yeah, the Minstrels are forced to take the brunt of it, because these guys don't really have any HP. This guy is running forwards. So, yeah, I never really cleared this out, and that will become important. Well, now, basically, as you can see, I'm getting pushed out. So, Minstrel misses. Quite surprising, actually, given its 65% accuracy, but these do have 20% ECM. Great. And now you've got the AMX-30B2 shooting, and the Minstrel misses again, which is really quite surprising. But yeah, the AMX-30s just kill all that, but the Leopard will be a problem. And he's now trying to snipe my CV. Minstrel misses for a third time. And he's got round me here. Minstrel shot number 4. Misses again. 65% accuracy apparently. Not sure what's going on with that. So I just buy a plane to kill it. I mean, this guy clearly can't do his bloody job. And then he finally redeems himself with a hit on the 6th one, which allows my plane to not finish it off. Over here I have a bit of a problem. And yeah, the Mardas will beat the AMX-10, but they will not beat the 30. 30, of course, being the tank. And yeah, we shot something here with our artillery. Over on this side, that guy gets domed by the 155s. This Apache's still up, and he's still sending it forwards, which is a bit of a mistake, if you ask me. So I bought some mortars, so I'm going to do the cool smoke trick every day until they fix it. And yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what the hell's over here. Obviously all his tanks just died, apart from this one, which is a bit scary. Not sure why I'm keeping the seed in. He clearly doesn't care for seed AA, radar AA. So here we go, it's smoky time. And you'd expect this to do 1 pip of damage, if I'm being honest. Depends if it can survive. Yeah, this guy has to evac. Anyway, he's out of fuel. This guy's made it round, and I know that I thought he had a Marder around here as well, so that's why I just put the AMX-10RC in this forest, because I assumed that he'd come out somewhere around here that could kill it. And I also put chasseurs there as well. Really worried about backline action, but it is still even Stevens with 21 minutes to go. Over here, I managed to clean out that Flieger fast, but these Milan guys are still alive, and they've still got 3 rounds. And yeah, then I get back in here. And yeah, Gazelle hop to misses. What can you do, eh? Now it's blocked by the smoke. Not sure what about. Oh yeah, he had a CV infantry here, so I shot it with the Jaguar ATGM and killed it. Sorry for missing that. And then yeah, this guy basically, when you're near a shock unit, 50 meters, they just shock you by their presence. So while driving around, I just get shocked, and then there you go, I can't move now. Low cohesion. Just because I'm near him. So that's what I get for being near him. Sadly, this Alouette has extended past the range of my AA, except it hasn't. And it will survive. And I lose my CV, so my +2 goes again. MeDDi forced to buy another CV for this, and now he's got 3 Leopard 2A3s advancing down here. Without recon support. So yeah, don't advance without recon support and then take 2 side shots from Milan 2 as well. That was 1 side shot from Milan 2. He's just sort of running forward to that infantry. I mean, if he just waited for these guys, it would have gone a lot better for him. Like, he's just sat there taking hits. This guy over here, I know the group anti-char's here, so I hit him with the HE bomber to get his health down enough. And then there you go, another Leopard 2A3 dead. And then this guy will kill this guy eventually, I think. Oh, never mind. So I buy an ATGM plane for that guy. So we just killed 760 points worth of units because he just ran it towards me, and it died to 40, 80, 135 points of units, although I bought some air, I bought some expensive air. I don't think I actually took any losses there, apart from this Jaguar ATGM, which which for some reason I kept in and it died, which is my fault. So that wasn't very intelligent. Thankfully, the FIC-200's on the case. Never mind. And yeah, we bring in the ATGM one just to shoot that, and then I see the Apache, which he's just left in the air, and so I get that for free. Not a whole lot of AA from MeDDi. I saw one Roland 2, but I think it's dead. I think the AMX killed it. They're all called AMX. The AUF 1 howitzer killed it. So I know there's somebody in these buildings, because it blew up my plane. So I'm hitting that. It's not really doing much. And these AMX 10Ps are really good. You just park them everywhere, you know, and they come with 850 meter range rocket launcher infantry. Really potent combo. And yeah, now I'm smoking again. Because I managed to walk these chasseurs all the way over here, so I'm thinking, like, what the hell's going on with that? There's clearly no tanks here. So yeah, I get the Puma Kangaroo to... Like, you see this guy's 3-vet now because he killed a Leopard 2. Ligafast is still alive. Bring up the Seed again, and I just shoot this 3-man squad, which I didn't really have to do, but whatever. Assert dominance. Get the VAB back in here. He's about to get his CV back in here, though. P4 Milan whiffs, and is out of ammo, because he needs to reverse a little bit. And even Stevens, exactly the same time again. This Blindée needs some healing, but fortune favours the bold. So I just keep sending it forwards to shoot things, instead of sending it over here. Not sure why it keeps stopping and starting there. Okay, whatever. So yeah, I've successfully smoked, and here's just one, he had 2 of these. Where'd the other one go? Maybe I blew it up. It's possible I counter-batteried it. Am I just not seeing it? I could have sworn he had 2 of these. Well, whatever. It's not important. The mortars are all out of ammo, apart from this one. So he can't hit this with all his artillery because it's all out of ammo. But, no, that's the one we saw before. This group anti-char was, you know, this was back... I bought it back when I owned this zone. This is a really good Milan 2 placement. So I'm just sending him forwards because I figure there's a tank in here somewhere and I'll just see him and blow him up with my group anti-char. And he's bought another CV. This is a Leopard 2 CV. He's just buying lots of CVs. Milan 2 was here and German Milan 2 was there and it got blown up and I lost the chasseurs. F4F flying dangerously close to Roland's again, although there's only one Roland now because the other one died. Yeah, but with the FIC-200 here as well, that should be enough, and it is. F4Fs can do stuff, but they're way slower. They're way slower. And yeah, I just really wanted to kill that, and I didn't. And now I'm getting hit with all these missiles, or at least all these missiles are flying past me. He gets me eventually. And yeah, because all his stuff's out of ammo, he can't just blow this up, so it's just going to stay there. And he's not really, you know, he sent all his tanks forward, so they're all dead, and now I've got my tanks up here. He does manage to get the Puma Kangaroo on the ground, which really made me think. I was like, what the hell's going on there? Also, I deployed some commandos over here in their Super Pumas. And yeah, the ATGMs are hammering these guys. P4 Milans. What's going on over here? I'm still trying to advance over here. Sorry, guys. And I killed his F4 AA over there. Been losing quite a few units lately. Yeah, in this push here. And yeah, he managed to get the Leopard 2 out of there, but everything else is dead, so just ATGMs. And yeah, it's pretty rough. Pretty rough sitch. And then the smoke fades on this Leopard 1A5. And the commandos blow him up. So back up to a +2. And yeah, this guy's moved up a bit now. So he probably got, yeah, so a lot of my vehicles were destroyed in transit here. So a lot of guys died without getting out of their vehicles, stuff like that. So that was a bit of a misplay from me. And, Yeah, still playing the game. Still playing the game. What can I say? So, yeah, this Milan's resupplied and this Milan's resupplied, so they're going to be quite difficult to move. These Zikrongs will lose to these commandos, although they might run out of ammo before they can kill him. And yeah, I really need to secure this now as opposed to just being a melon. So this guy takes a hit from the Carl Gustav, which they do get. They do get Carl Gustavs. And he really needs to smoke him back, but looks like I'm not paying attention. And so he dies for no reason. Very sad. This guy's trying to shoot something. And yeah, 3 Fliegerfaust and a Jaeger Aufklärer remain on this side. So that Jaguar 2 is going to be an issue. So that's a TOW 2 for 105 points with 3 front armor. The 3 front armor is good because it means at max range you'll survive basically anything, except maybe a HA Abrams. So finally spot that guy, blow him up, and the Fliegerfaust hits me on my way out, which allows me to see the Fliegerfaust, and now I'm going to go kill him. And yeah, he's just not got a lot left here. Over here, the commandos went forwards and then got going all this, so they've had to pull back. Get another supply for these P4 Milans. They've all got... Oh yeah, this guy's 3 vet. Sanchez, killer of Leopard 2s. And yeah, this AMX better get up there quick, otherwise that... Yeah, there we go. And I just put him on a move order, because if he's on an attack move order, he keeps stopping, and then the guy runs away, and then he stops, and then the guy runs away. It's sort of like the tortoise and the hare. If you're a literary genius like me, you'll know what that is. The story of the tortoise and the hare. So, just buy some more tanks, and I'm going to put him over here, and so that he can't go around me and stuff. This Milan 2 is being a real pain in the ass. But I do lose the commandos that are here. Got one more. Over here, this is Jaguars messing me up. And yeah, I target it with the AMX. I target it with the Alf 1. The Alf 1 howitzer. And now he's advancing into a superior enemy, i.e. I have 3 AMX 10s. And my smoke micro is now on point. Just die. MeDDi now purchases 2 Lars 2s, which are crap. I'm not sure why he did that. And yeah, I am still smoking myself. Don't really need to anymore. Still doing it. And yeah, there were like 6 of these, or at least 4. At least 4, and now there are 2. Everybody's dying, but he gets a Leopard 2 in here. Sends another F4F for this helicopter, but, you know, what's the point? I don't... And then he sends a cluster for the AMX B2s, but these things are so fast that he's really going to struggle to hit this. Let's have a look, shall we? So yeah, he's predicting, and yeah, doesn't work for him. Over on this side, I'm just building up more and more. Do it advancing really, but I don't have infantry recon, which is a big mistake. So that here come the dragon paras, and I've got some chasseurs here because the guys that were here I moved up once I used the recon helicopter to just scout all this and make sure it's empty. If you buy a howitzer, you should use it all the time, so this is wasteful. And oh yeah, there was a Leopard 2A3 here, command one, and it got hit by 2 P4 Milans and an AMX 10 RC, got a hull breach crit and exploded. So that's a major skill issue from MeDDi there. I'm not quite sure what he's doing with the hull breach crit, although that only reduces HP by 1 now. And I'm like, well, if you're going to try and RT my CV, which he has been doing, as you can see by the, you know, the stuff, then I shall try to RT your CV. And it seems to be working. He's got Fernspeyer in his deck, so I'm not sure why he didn't deploy any at the start. And yeah, now he's trying to dodge. Dance, dance. Lars 2's shooting at the VAB. So I just drive it out. And the last 2 is really bad. So I'm going to be okay. Group anti-charge is walking forwards now. So I'm actually aiming over here, so the chance of me hitting this is pretty low. And yeah, we survived the last 2. Although I think he stopped it. Looks like he stopped it midway. Unless they really do only shoot 9 rockets in a volley. So I'm being baited by these Panzergrenadier Carl Gustav. I don't care about them. I care about the Iltis. And so yeah, now he's running this out. Just waiting for it. He might miss. He might miss. He might miss with his double 850 meter range rocket launcher. Oh my god, he missed. I can't believe it. And then they die. Lars now being used to trying to snipe this CV, but I don't even have to do anything. This thing's so bad. It doesn't matter. We lose a tank here, but it's alright. I'm just going to fly over and shoot this CV now, because he's just so thin on the ground I can afford to do this. Yeah. And then these F4Fs are going to die to mirages. Seed's still up. So Seed was just protecting the helicopters, you know, tanking some shots for the helicopters. Buy a HE and drop it on that mortar. That's a priority target, clearly. But yeah, the commandos are going to do their job and take out that CV. So I'm now up to a +4, and MeDDi's basically got no units left. But yeah, he's not one to give up. So we're just going to fast forward the game here because I don't want to really waste any more of your time. So he sends over a Jägerführer down to here, and he gets blown up as well. He's still shooting the Lars, but it's not really doing anything. I've taken this, and now I can just order sort of a general advance and mess all those guys up. I buy loads of EBGs, because why not? I've got like 700 points in reserve or something, I just wasn't spending them. I lose a couple. He puts the CV here, so we just scout it with the chasseurs, and then we use the planes to gun run it, and it dies, so he loses that CV. He's still playing. I drive in over here, get the CV in over here, so I've almost taken every zone on the map. I guess he still thinks he can win. And yeah, he's still buying stuff, so he buys the CV for this. So now we're just going to go across here and take the final zone with 3 minutes left. Dodge that. And yeah, we're going to make it. We're going to make it. And yeah, we make it, and then he surrenders. So, good game, well played. Really balanced game. I picked 5 easy, and he picked 5 difficult. And it went about the way that you would think it would go. So, MeDDi, he's ranked 102, but he's got 700 ladder games. I'm ranked 16, but I've got 700 ladder games. We're pretty evenly matched in terms of amount of time wasted on this game. And yeah, you just see AMX, 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 AMX. On his side, Milan 2, Milan 2, Milan 2. I definitely could have played a bit better, but once I start winning, I just sort of clock out mentally. Wow. So I got 4 units. 1, 2, 3, 4 units there. And yeah. Oh, so I did get one of his artillery pieces with the Alpha one. I was going to call it AMX then. And yeah, I mean, hopefully you recognize by now that 5e is still OP. Sadly, there are still Frenchmen